Hello everyone, you're watching Indus Television. I'm Reena Agustine, the founder of Red Carpet Functions. The main mission behind doing all these amazing interviews is that I get to meet and introduce you all to amazing guests like today's guest, Dr. Noel, who is a philosopher, a psychologist and a philanthropist. He was born in India in a state called Tamil Nadu and lived most of his time in India. He migrated to Australia in 2017 and has been living with his eldest son in Brisbane, who is also a business entrepreneur. Dr. Noel was also a businessman running an advertisement company in India promoting road safety through outdoor advertising. He has vast experience in dealing with the government issues to address road safety in India. He was also a consultant to Queensland government and Victoria government since 2003, advocating Australian road safety technologies to India to save lives. He was a trainer and also organized several conferences and seminars in India. For his dedicated service to road safety issues in India, he was awarded the Gem of India Award in 2007 by the Governor of the state. Dr. Noel has then authored several books, mainly in philosophy, psychology and road safety. After coming to Australia, he is actively involved in multicultural initiatives and also helps his son in his business. He is currently the Secretary General of Universal Peace Federation, promoting peace through interfaith dialogues, seminars and Zoom meetings. At age 69, he believes his grey hair is an asset and the value of wisdom he would like to share with the youths of the world. Welcome, Dr. Noel.
Thank you.
What an amazing introduction you have, Doctor.
Oh, it's a joy. It's a joy to meet you.
Same here, same here. You have been in Australia for only 3 years and the community already know who you are and what impact you have done in many places in India as well as over here. And now you're the General Secretary at the Universal Peace Federation. So what made you come to Australia apart from your family here?
I have been following Australian culture since 2003. But my son came here 1999, so he's here for 21 years. But I used to keep coming and going, observing, the country. Having lived 67 years, when my wife died in 2017, I decided my destination, the next rest of my life, should be Australia. And after coming here, I realized I did make the right decision. Because this is a beautiful country. I think one should have a privilege.
Absolutely.
To be in Australia. So when my son used to say, oh, Australia is great, I was just wondering, what is that greatness this Australia is? After coming here, I found the difference between a third world country and a first world country. It is not, apparently seen. But only when you move with the culture, the multicultural groups and the government, the way they function, I find this is an amazing place because everything is well organized here. So when we say a first world country, it is the discipline they follow, the system they follow. It is the unity they exercise. So you find a homogeneous development, homogeneous perception when you move across the community. You don't find, the multicultural in a multicultural way.
Yes.
You find everyone is like Australians. But in our country, even in my city, that's a cosmopolitan city. There are hundreds of countries, people are living there.
Which city is it?
It was Chennai.
Chennai, yes.
I've also worked in Bombay as well as Delhi, couple of Calcutta. I find, this multiculturalism doesn't work there. It is always, independently working in their own way.
Yes.
Even though India is a well-diverse country, but the unity among people is always individualistic. But here we find it is amazing. I should say that it is the policy of the government to give that benefit to everybody.
Equality.
So, equality. And you don't find a distinction here. If an Australian is paid $100 an hour, I think anyone should also claim the same $100.
That's right.
It is amazing. It is not possible by other countries to really follow this system.
This is so great to hear, Doctor, because many people don't see it that way, and spotting this out, what you have actually said today is really, really very important for every migrant to know that if you have the talent and the skill, Australia gives you the opportunity.
Yes, I fully agree with you. Yes.
Isn't
True,
it?
yes.
So you came to Australia, you mingled with Australians and the community events, and that's when you realized that this is how it is?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an example, one event that you went to.
See, recently I was supporting the Labour Party elections.
Okay.
So I was invited in the Logan area for Waterford, and I was just canvassing for Shannon there. And Shannon also brought in her mother for canvassing. Her mother and myself, we were the companions, to promote the election. Mm-hmm. And then Shannon came, and we three together was promoting on the road for the election. I was just wondering where this is taking place. Right? For a daughter, mother is canvassing, mm-hmm. and a multicultural man like coming from India that I'm there. So they have no reservations of integrating people together to win the cause. Right? And I was congratulating Shannon for this one purpose.
Wow.
They said, I think, as a woman, I think you are great, I said. Because you not only value your mother and brought her here, it turns out to be a blessing for you. Because, you foresee that blessing is important for your success.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you, much before you succeed, you will win, I told her.
Oh, that's amazing.
So she was very happy.
You pointed out that, as I mentioned to you, that you're so calm and poised, it's amazing how you come across and people get attracted to you. They want to come talk to you because you give out so much of inspiration and you give out so amazing advices. So how is it possible for you to do that? What did you do to become like this?
No, it is the value you cherish in your life. What do you really want to do? Would you like to focus on yourself, or would you like to focus on others? So living for others has been my life goal from the beginning. Whether I work for someone, or whether I work for myself, or whether I'm here within Australia, I always live for the sake of others. Because I find joy in helping others, talking to them, advising them, and engaging them in a good conversation. Now here in Australia, I use Uber every day. At least 3-4 Uber drivers I meet. I exchange my thoughts with them, and I'm amazed to see the level of the culture, the conversational culture they have, the interest they have in interacting, and the values they cherish in their life. And particularly the philosophy of life. Everyone wants to find a meaning.
Yes.
But then they're not finding it. So when they listen to someone who is trying to focus on the meaning of life, they realize, yes, they have a goal to go. They have something to achieve in their life. And they refine their methodologies of shaping their life with a different focus. Mm. So this I have been finding it very interesting. So I read a lot of books. Every day I close a book, and then I have a very big library of almost about 500 books.
Reading books is the secret.
Books. Yes, yeah.
Very
so
nice.
The type of books you read is very important.
What type of books do you read?
I read mostly the philosophy, psychology, and biographies.
You yourself have written books?
Yes, I have written 2 biographies. Mm-hmm. The one book which I have written, I always feel proud about, was writing about Mother Teresa. I have visited her place in Calcutta in India, and I have made a research on her background and what all she had done. And I have yet to come across another mother who can compete with her or who can be matched with Mother. This we call a spiritual mother. A mother for the whole humanity, not for any country. She left from Albania when she was just about 20 years old, came to India, lived there all her life, and there isn't any great leader in the world who missed to meet her. They all came to her place.
She was amazing.
Yeah, she didn't live in a Buckingham Palace. In a slum.
And still made a difference.
And still made a difference. So this is what I will always advise to ladies and to the mothers.
Yeah.
You can make a difference. provided you love all children as your children.
That's right.
Your children, obviously, you possess, but you should realize that your children are not your children.
Don't discriminate.
They are God's children.
That's right.
And everybody is a God's children. If you understand this particular philosophy, you are lovable to everybody.
Wow.
Because your mother instinct is always a mother's instinct. It doesn't distinguish from their sons and other sons. So that is the nature of the love. So if that is understood, I think every mother will be happy and joyful in meeting the other children.
Wow, that's so touching. That's so true. Actually, we all are God's children.
Yes.
And everybody gets the equal opportunity to do what they want to do.
Yes.
So it's upon us what decision we can make.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. You really like international students because last year you looked after so many international students from James Cook University, helping them out to go to this event which you organized in St. John's Cathedral, and every single person said, "Wow, Dr. Noel is amazing. He looked after us. We were not like working, we were enjoying what we were doing and also playing games, and you considered them and you looked after them." So Dr. Noel, international students, what do they mean for you?
I think they mean everything to me, like my son who came here 20 years back as an international student. So when I find them, most of them are just struggling hard to figure out what they wanted to do in life. Because first thing is they get excited with the new environment.
Yeah.
They will not be able to cope up with the new environment straight away.
Yeah.
So they try to, mingle with the people, do this, do that, couple of things. Still, the direction for them to grow in life is not very clear. So in fact, last year, the beginning of this year, I have conducted a program for the youths. It's called Dream Big.
Dream big?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I was analyzing the Dream Big, what does the dreaming big means really to young people? For example, when we were born, we weigh something like about 2.5 to 3 kilograms, kgs. But that baby grows into at least 10, 20 times in 20 years.
Yes.
So the 3.5 kgs becomes 70 kgs in 20 years' time.
Yeah.
So physical growth has taken place. So who influenced the physical growth? The food they eat, the way they lived.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
You start an LKG studies when you are 5 years old, and then you grow into schools, and then you go to college. So at 20, you become a graduate or a postgraduate.
Yep.
So your mental growth in terms of studies or education has grown 20 times. But have you grown 20 times in your thinking pattern? So this growth is possible when you value your time. For example, if I say, fix up a goal for 5 years. Mm-hmm. The 5 year for an international student in Australia or in other countries is a very, very, very critical period. Because you may come here for a 2-year study or a 4-year study.
Yes.
At the end of 4 years, you need to decide whether to stay here or get back to where you come from.
Yeah, very
right?
important.
Like the
decision.
first year, which you are struggling to figure out what you want to do, your 4th year is also another period where you need to decide about your future. So this 5 year is a package for you. Mm-hmm. In this 5 year, which is almost about, I think, the 5 year means it is 260 weeks.
Wow.
So if you think that 260 weeks are ahead of you, every week you will consider as very important. But we don't consider 5 years as 265 weeks. The 5 years is like fingers, 5 years, it just disappears.
Blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye, it
Absolutely.
disappears, right? So if you go a little further down, the 260 weeks is 1,825 days, it further expands.
Yes.
And to convert that into minutes, it is 23,33,000 minutes.
Oh my God. All
So
right.
if you think this 23,33,000 minutes, if you decide to say $1 a day, from the day you stepped in, you may be spending $10 for a cup of coffee or $20 for a dinner. Just think of saving $1 a day At the end of 5 years, you have $23,33,000 in your hand. So when you wanted to grow big, you have to count this 1 minute and 1 day in your life.
Oh my
so
God.
that this 5-year expands disproportionately. Right? The same way when you think of your future, what I would really like to become. So if you see the achievers of the world, all the achievers, for example, Columbus. So he discovered America. How did he discover America? He had taken the strain and the pain and the struggle and the challenges to cross across Bahamas and all types of difficult situations. And when he discovered, today what you talk about America has become a reality.
That's
because
right.
of one man.
One man. He made a huge difference.
Yeah. The same way, Michelangelo, the Sistine Chapel, the art he created, no one is able to do that again.
No.
And the type of art that he created, another best other artist cannot even think of doing it.
Absolutely.
Hanging on a wall and drawing on the ceiling. How the thoughts are coming out?
And I got the opportunity to go and visit and saw
Really?
that. It was beautiful. You are so right about it.
Is that it?
Jeez.
So is it an ordinary man's work?
It is not.
Yeah. So that extraordinary person is living in you and me. See, everyone has got that extraordinary spirit in us, the guiding factor. But why don't we tap on that?
Why don't we do that? What is the reason? What is keeping them back?
Yeah, it's because we always look the externals. We see somebody else doing, somebody else telling. We don't look into ourselves. What am I really capable? What do I really want to do? Where do I want to go? It is because we don't fix up a goal, we don't walk through the pathway. Right? We are walking through somebody else's pathway.
Yes.
He is getting a degree, let me also get a degree. He is getting a job, let me also get a job. But you have certain amazing talents in you which you need to give an expression. That's possible when you try something differently. So this is where the peace of mind, meditation, prayer, and all those spiritual qualities, which are the guiding factors. This body is made up of 3 parts, which is a body, which is a mind,
Yes.
and a soul.
Body, mind, and soul. Yes.
So we give lot of importance to our body, right? The type of food we eat,
Yes.
right?
Exercises,
And sports.
Yeah.
We give so much of attention, and the body looks brilliant when you are young. And even old people wanted to maintain the same youthful body. So much of attention is being paid in Australia, which I can see.
Yeah.
Everyone would like to be smart. Nobody wanted to have a belly like me. Right? They wanted very smart. And see, that's good.
Yeah.
But then, the same amount of time do you spend for your mind development? So, as long as you are a student, you are forced to study. So, you learn, you spend about 8 hours or 10 hours in studying.
Study,
right?
work.
Yes. Now, these 2 factors take away your 18 hours of time. And the balance 8 hours, probably you may go for a sleep.
Correct.
Right. Then where is the time for your soul? So what is a soul's property? That is where the entire development of a human being takes place, which we are totally ignorant about it. That soul is the director of
There
your
are so
soul.
many programs that have come up now, and people are thinking mindfulness is one of the most important things that you have to do it, because if you want to be sane, tomorrow, because of the technology, everybody's busy, everybody's got things to do. Social media has actually, taken
Yes,
over the world.
yeah, yes.
So meditation is one thing,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, is utmost important for anyone. I was speaking to somebody this morning, and they meditate for an hour every day, and from the time they were like 16, and now that person is like 40, and they said that every decision, and they're successful, very much successful, every decision they have taken was while they meditated, and the answer came. And how peaceful and poised you can be when you meditate.
Exactly.
So how long have you been meditating?
Since young?
Yes.
Yeah, so last about 45
Is
years.
it because of our country, the place where you come from, India?
No. It's my personal initiative, and I love singing.
Okay. Okay.
So I spend almost about half an hour to 1 hour every day singing recently.
Carnatics.
But just spiritual songs.
Spiritual
Some
songs?
which really excite my mind or my soul.
Yeah.
The more you sing, you are activating your inner energies. The inner energy is made up of endocrine glands. There are 7 chakras in the body.
Yeah.
These chakras stimulate one to the other and make you a great person, because this internal energy are the power points in your body. Many do not even know that they have got such powerful systems inside the body, because they are not visible, they are not palpable.
Yeah.
These endocrine glands. So when you sing, your throat gets energized very uniquely. And when you speak,
Yeah.
right, your voice will be not only audible, it will be sound and it will be energetic.
Yes.
Right? The same way every gland, for example, if you use more of your eyes, the third eye development takes place. The third eye is something which you cannot see, but the third eye can see everybody. So your understanding of the other human beings, the situation, will be like a flash of light for you when you focus on this meditation, prayer, and then singing.
That's when empathy and sympathy comes.
Yes.
And act takes its place.
Yes.
Wow, I
Right?
love the third eye part.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
these are all some of the practices being done in India by most of the yogis.
Many years.
I had a lot of exposure in meeting a couple of these yogis here. I did a program in 1986 called the International Conference on Traditional Medicine.
Okay.
And more than about 1,000 delegates from all over the world came for that one function, which is organized by the government of Tamil Nadu. So there I was able to see the amount of knowledge that are available, the traditional knowledge, which has been there for so many years. The modern medicine came about 200, 300 years. But the traditional medicines are there for years.
Thousands of years.
They never use even a stethoscope.
Yes.
They use their hand, see the
Yeah,
pulse,
to see
and
that.
they diagnose
Yeah.
what is going on in you. So these are amazing, procedures by which you can understand your body much better.
Body, mind, and soul.
So, yes.
So, Dr. Noel, if there's one thing that you would like to tell the young generation now, what to follow so that they have a successful life, what would that be?
Yeah. Early morning every day, just spend about 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes sitting down, close your eyes, just breathe in, hold the breath for a few seconds or minutes if you can, and then release it. Practice this for about 30 days, you'll find how your body is transformed. Because there is a secret in this breathing exercise and holding control of your breath, which is holding carbon dioxide inside your body, which completely changes your thinking and your process in the body, which many yogis will tell, but others will not understand this. So this one practice, if you do, what will happen? This will arrest your thought. When you hold the breath, your mind gets arrested. Your mind is the problem in this world, right? If you do not know how to arrest your thoughts, you can never take the right decision, because it is always, conflicting. So the best way for you to focus on your life is arrest your thought. That is possible when you meditate. When you meditate, you are going deeper inside you. When you go deeper and deeper inside, you are reaching the universal knowledge and wisdom. This is the secret of the meditation.
Wow.
So this works at the subconscious level, and it goes around you to reach anybody. Suppose I wanted to communicate someone in America sitting here, I can do that when I concentrate on this meditation.
Wow,
This is such
that
a
is
powerful
amazing.
technique,
Yes.
which many would not even understand it.
That's right.
But if you know how to understand it, if you practice the simple
Practice.
technique, 20 minutes, 30 minutes every day, right, before you do anything, right?
Right.
Priority is yourself, your
Yes.
individual, the I am, which is the divine in you.
Yes.
Give some importance to that I am,
Wow.
which is divine. And I can tell you, your thinking pattern will change. You will find miracles in your life, happiness and peace in your life, and all the best things in life.
Oh my
Right?
God, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to have an amazing life, as you can hear what exactly Dr. Noel said, you have to meditate 20 minutes, just your breathing exercise. And in 30 days, you will see the difference. My amazing guest, Dr. Noel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for involving.